So, to introduce our segment here, we are in Singapore. So, obviously, what we got to do here is talk about durian. So, today is about durian lessons from the experience of eating durian. So, I went to the shop today, and apparently, it's really cheap this year. The season is really bountiful. So, you could get 1 kilo for like a buck Singaporean. You have 2, 5, 10, 12, 16, etc. Obviously, it goes up. So when my friend asked them which one we should get, he obviously recommended the expensive one. So she doesn't personally eat durian, so she's like, "Oh, how about the cheap one? Is that okay?" They said, "Yeah, that's fine." So actually, I got a little one, 1 kilogram, $2 Sing, which is less than $2 US. Really, really cheap. The table next to us had a big one. They had three guys though. I was just eating by myself because my friend doesn't eat it. And so there are three people who look like they're laborers, which means they don't make much money. In Singapore, they import a lot of laborers to do all their construction. They're building new subway lines, etc. And they're usually darker skinned, come from India or Bangladesh or other places. And, they were just enjoying their durian as well, I guess. But my friend asked for a piece so I could try it. She thought it looked much better. She said, "Oh, it's better." They paid $10 for their big durian. I paid $2 for my little one. But actually, I was tasting my little one, and she's like, "Oh, it doesn't look good," because it doesn't look this pale, I guess, yellow, whitish color. So she thought it was worse. But actually, the durian I got was pretty creamy, so it's really good. The coloring is off. It's sort of darkish, and there's not much meat because the seed's really big, and it's a small durian, so the pieces are small to begin with, and the seed's really big, so there's not much meat. But it's very creamy. Every piece is creamy. There's no crunchy piece. Crunchy is bad in a durian. In the past, I've learned that small ones are probably better than big ones. Big ones look like you're getting more bang for your buck because they have bigger, the ratio of meat to weight, I guess, is better. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with, a small one. It's just more expensive because you get less. So actually, she asked them, and then she's like, "Oh, we'll trade a piece." But it's like, it's not a fair trade. Their durian is more expensive than mine, first of all. And if she gives them even a small piece, it's a trade. But they don't want to trade. They're just willing to give us one. But she insisted on giving them a piece. I think she thought it was a good thing because she said, "Oh, they don't make that much money." But that's not the point. Just because people don't make much money doesn't mean they can't not want to give people stuff. Even people who have more, people who are richer. And when you give them something in exchange, it's a trade which they may or may not have agreed to. Whereas if they just give you some piece, you initially ask, but they willingly give it to you, it's out of the goodness of their heart. They feel good. And so I think we shouldn't have given them a piece, but she insisted on using a napkin to grab a piece to give to them. And I ate the durian, and I realized, there's some crunchy bits, some of it's creamy, it's a little bit bitter, which some people like, but yeah, I would say mine is non-inferior. And so it's this idea that, you have this generalization that something is good or bad. The more sensitive durians from a better plantation, that could be true. But the individual durian you get may not follow that rule. And then you're stuck, right? Nothing you can do about it. So lessons from the durian. And apparently when they're cheaper, it doesn't mean they're worse. They could be just as good if not better because they're plentiful this year. And that's why they're cheaper.